Hey everybody, Mike Steele here with BBQ Champs Academy, and we have got a great show lined up for you tonight. We've got Rae Barker, Little Gringo, with us tonight, Master Chef Junior Home for the Holidays champion, and also our newest class released on BBQ Champs Academy. We have been wanting to do a Kids Q class for some time now, and last year I had several people reaching out to me wanting to know when we was going to do one. I just really was trying to find the right person. Man, there was just a lot to choose from, but Rae has just got a very big, ambitious heart to try to get into the culinary world, which is not the easiest thing to do. And after seeing how well she performed on MasterChef, I figures like, man, I really needed to reach out to her, especially when I started to find out just what an accomplished cook she was. I seen how well she handled herself on the set on the MasterChef, so I knew she would be comfortable in front of a camera. And we're going to talk a little bit about that because I'm telling you, I was absolutely blown away when we was filming the class and how well she did. So we'll talk a little bit about that, and we definitely got to talk about our promo video because we're going to razz all of our barbecue and steak guys with that as well. Anyway, as you come in, please let us know. We've got Dan with us. Good evening from Houston. Looking forward to hearing from Little Gringa. Tell her Barbecue Santa is watching. She nicknamed me that back in her Kid Q days. Oh, that's cool. So I got Chris on here as well. How's everybody doing this evening? Doing good, Chris, all the way from Connecticut. Glad to have you join us today. And I got a few more folks on here. We've got 12 on here so far. So if you come in, let us know. You can drop us a comment. We'll be glad to give you guys a shout out. Give everybody just a few minutes to come in and get situated before we kick everything off. We had a pretty good weekend this past weekend. I strolled down South Louisiana, about 100 miles south of Shreveport. Went down to the Qing on the Red in Alexandria, Louisiana. It was a big music festival. Had food trucks everywhere, vendors set up everywhere. I tell you what, it's probably one of the top two competitions that we've ever been to. It was their second year doing this down there for BCA. And I was really blown away at what they had down there. It was right in the middle of downtown Alexandria. It was a lot of fun. Had some great bands. I don't know if any of you guys follow the Castellos that's on Facebook. It's three girls that sing country music out of Georgia. But these girls are amazing. They've got great harmonies. And I was absolutely floored when I heard the guy announcing when they were leaving the stage to give it up for them, and I was like, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding. That's the Costellos, and I took off over there and I saw them coming off backstage and ran over there and talked to them, told them I was a big fan of theirs, and had a great time down there. Picked up a grand champion along the way. We had a second place rib, third place brisket, and fourth place chicken, and we had a lot of fun down there with our barbecue family and friends, and just a great weekend. So if you're looking for a big competition to go to, put that one on your calendar. It had a $15,000 payout, and we had just an absolute blast at a great venue that was down there. So Tony, we appreciate you being here. Stephen, thank you for joining us as well from Saginaw, Texas. Brandon, we appreciate you joining us today. James, thank you for being here. Emlyn, thank you for joining us from Marietta, Ohio. Darren, thank you for being here. Matt, appreciate it. Efren, thank you for joining us as well. Now we got a few folks steadily coming in. Mr. John, all the way from stormy Madison, Wisconsin. Glad to have you with us today, brother. Got Anthony with us. Bob Zaney. Bob had another great outing down there. I think he had two big walks. And I think what'd you finish, Bob? Third or fourth overall. You had a really, really good showing. Super happy for you, brother. Renee Sanchez, thank you for joining us this week. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's see. Rae Barker. Hey, Ray, Jackie Vince, can't wait to watch. That's going to be a good show, I guarantee you. So, Larry, thank you for joining us all the way from South Jersey. And we got Mr. Gordon on here from Cleveland. Just got out of a city council meeting. I know you told me you would make it if you can, brother, and we appreciate you being here. So, anyway, we're going to be off for a few weeks on the comp trail. I've been looking around to see if I could find another cook, and I just can't find nothing that's even close to us, and I hate it. I mean, I'm cooking really good right now, and I just hate not to be able to get out there and cook, but I'll still be consistent. I think I've really got my flavor profiles kind of dialed in right now, and we're getting ready to go. Our next one will be about 45 minutes from here over in Minden, Louisiana, Grilling on Main. That is a fun competition. If you're looking for an event to do, it's June the 8th, 9th, 10th, whatever that weekend is of June. It's on the BCA website. So we're getting ready for that one next. It's going to be a lot of fun also. In the meantime, we got a couple more folks on here. Justin, we appreciate you being with us tonight. Next week, we've got another big show lined up. If you missed our chicken show last week, man, we had some chicken champions. And we're going to have another one I'm trying to put together for this coming up next Tuesday for a rib class that we can kind of go over everything with ribs. I'm working on getting some pretty good names in the rib competition and see if we can get them on and talk a little bit about ribs. So we're looking forward to that show. It's going to be a great one. We had a lot of people that loved our chicken show that we had last week. So this one should be a really good one with ribs. We've got some other things that we're going to be talking about, and really looking forward to it. Nathan, we thank you for being with us, brother. No, I'm not going to go to Memphis. I just don't think I'm going to be able to get it in my schedule to go as much as I would like to. Jason White, brother, thank you for being with us tonight. Yep, congrats again. It was good. Man, you know, you got that target on your back. You may say it's on mine. It's still on yours, brother. I owed you one from from Marksville. I told Lee Hickle, I was like, I don't care. I'm going after Jason. I got to take him down. And it was a good competition. Man, it was always great seeing you. This guy right here, he is an absolute animal. If you can beat this guy, man, you did something, because he has been on absolute fire. And Jason, it was really good. I think today's your birthday, or was it yesterday or today? I think I saw it was today. So happy birthday to you, brother. It's always great cooking with you. If you're going to go to a competition, there's a lot of good cooks in South Louisiana that come up here. And this one right here, right now, pound for pound, is one of the absolute best there is. So, Jen, thank you for joining us. And who else we got? Stella, hello from Good Hope Road, Three Rivers, Texas. All right. Appreciate you being with us as well. Well, look, we got 41,000 people on tonight. No pressure for Rae. Yeah, she's over there going, wow. Anyway, sounds good, doesn't it? Just keep believing that, Rae. 41,000. Here we go. Let's bring in the star that we have all been waiting on, the girl that's had the biggest podcast that we've ever had in BBQ Champ Live history. We got this young lady right here, Miss Rae Barker. Hey, girl, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited to have you on our show again. And
I'm glad to be back.
I'm glad you are. And I'm more excited, more than anything, to release our first Tell All Kids Q class on BBQ Champs. I am so proud of you. I'm so excited for you. And I promise you, we could not have picked a better person to do our first Kids Q class. And we're going to talk a little bit about the filming and how that went. But
All
congratulations,
right.
Rae. Thank you so much for being here. Now, why did
You're
we have
welcome.
this next guest on here? Well, our next guest is Miss Jackie. And Jackie is somebody that is just absolutely huge in Rae's culinary journey
Hi,
as
Miss
well.
Jackie.
And Miss Jackie, thank you for being on as well. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you, Mike?
I
Hi,
am
Ray.
doing well. Yeah, we all got to get our raise in. So, in case if you don't know who Miss Jackie is, Jackie was the one that cooked the rib and won the world champion for this year's Houston Livestock and Show and Rodeo. And congratulations to you and
Thank
Tim.
you.
Tim crushed it with the brisket. You crushed it with the ribs. And it's really awesome to have y'all back on, especially you. And Vince got kicked off, so we're waiting on Vince to come back. But what we're trying to do is bring in a few of the people that Rae really talked about when we were filming her class that really inspired her to keep cooking. Jackie, she spoke so highly of you and how much that she really loved you and everything that you've just kind of put her under her wing and helping her get going. The next person she really talked a lot about and gave a lot of praise to was this man right here, the wizard himself. This is Mr. Vince. How are you doing, brother, with Smoking Wizard Barbecue?
Man, how's everybody doing? And thanks, Mike, for having us on the show. And Ray, we're super proud of you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was a lot of fun. We've got a lot of comments real quick, so I've got to come over here and just kind of jump back on here. Where do we? Greetings from Alaska. There's Mr. Bo. We got Miss Debbie on here. Everybody saying hey Ray. Jen saying hey sweet girl. Emmeline, thank you for saying that. Got Caitlin Crane on here. Happy Tuesday to you, sweetie. You got a lot of fans, girl. Sounds like Jackie needs to be back on the next week for ribs. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I don't, I'm sitting here thinking about I need rib world champions. Jackie, you may just be back on our show again next week. So, I've been really thinking like who's going to be my rib world champions that I can talk to. So, yeah, thank you. For, I'm sitting here. I got you on now, but hey, you may be co-hosting with Lee Hickle next week. So,
Awesome.
uh, Adam, Travis, thank you for joining us. David, thank you for being here as well. Man, what a great lineup of guests. Yeah, we got some great ones, that's for sure. Well, Ray, I want to talk a little bit about the Kids Q class.
Alright.
If you did not know Ray, I'm sure I don't know what planet you would have been on if you didn't know. She won MasterChef Junior Home for the holidays. And as we were saying just a minute ago, for the last year and a half or so, I've really been wanting to do a Kids Q class. I've had several people reach out to us over the course of the last year and a half or 2 years, wanting to know if we'd ever do one. And to try to find the right kiddo to put in a situation where we're filming is very, very difficult. I mean, we want these to come out to be very, very professional videos. And I've looked at several guys and gals that are cooking, but just are they going to be polished enough to stand in front of a camera and professionally be able to shoot this to where it'll make a lot of sense? And I felt like after Ray had won MasterChef, they really do train you and prepare you for TV. And you can definitely tell just by how she handled herself on the show and stuff. So when I reached out to Ray, I wanted to offer her a deal that we would bring her in BBQ Champs, we would film her class, and 100% of the money from BBQ Champs that we sell off of her classes is going to go to her. We're not going to take any of it. We went on ahead and paid for the production, the whole 9 yards of everything. So if you want to help support her culinary career and at the same time get some amazing recipes, this is 100% the class for you or your kid for your kiddos. So, Ray, tell me a little bit now. You have been on a couple sets. You've been on a massive production set with Gordon Ramsay and
Yes,
Fox
sir, I have.
Network, and kind of prepared you. How did you feel coming into BBQ Champs, and how do you think all that went?
I think it all went really well, and honestly, when I walked into your set, I was like, "Let's do this. Let's get ready." And I was just happy. I mean, I'm glad that I even got to film it, and thank you so much for letting me go and do that. So, I just felt like really happy.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now. I'm 6 foot two. Ray's about what 4'11", 5 foot. So pretty big difference between us. And I was like, okay, I don't want to be like this giant that she has to look up to. So we got some little blocks that you raise your trailer tire up with. We put a little bed down
Yep,
here and
that's right.
got her raised up about 4 inches where she was kind of up a little higher and the table wasn't too high for her. We did good with
Yeah.
everything except she forgot her gloves. So this poor girl has got little bitty hands and she's wearing extra large gloves. But she
Yeah.
still managed to get all the steaks trimmed and got all the pork chops trimmed. And I think you will absolutely be blown away when you see the quality of these videos. I was really worried of how much I was going to have to carry the show, carry the teaching and stuff. But I will tell you, this girl is so smart when it comes to the proteins that she's doing. She went through them like it was like she has done it 1,000 times. I will have to put her up there. I'll tell you what, in a few more years, and if she got some SEA state competitions under her belt, she would be right up there with the best of my SEA state cookers. That's how good the class was. That's how detailed it was. And Ray, I was very, very impressed with that. So, tell
Thank
us
you.
what your thought process was in doing all the filming. Did you feel comfortable when I was asking the questions and stuff like that?
Yes, sir, I was honestly. I was just like, I really thought that, like, just answer the questions correctly and we'll be good. Like, make sure you give enough detail, but not to where you lose everybody. And you're like,
Yeah, yeah,
so I was comfortable the whole time. It was easy and it was fun.
yeah. And you see what she just got through saying. I wanted to give all the information but not lose anybody. That's a sign of a really seasoned pro right there that really knows what she was doing. And that's why I was just absolutely blown away. So, Jackie, I know you've seen her promo video. I'm sure Vince did and everybody else. We're going to talk a little bit about that in a minute. But what did you think and how did it make you guys feel? Jackie, I'll start with you first when we released her class.
Oh, Rae is a superstar. She has everything. She has all the qualities to be a big success in the barbecue world. She's creative. She's talkative. She's easy to talk to, and inventive.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Vince, what do you think, buddy?
Man, I have to agree with Jackie. She has the personality that most people don't have. I don't even have. I mean, she seriously. I mean, she can get in front of a camera and just she lights up the world, and that's what it takes these days. And Jackie nailed it on the head. I mean, she's there, and creative. Even during all the JPA events that she did, she would come out there and just cook a steak totally different every time because she said she already did it that way once. Well,
Right.
a lot of people just do it over and over and over. She wanted to do something new every time, and
Right.
sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. But she was going to try something new, and
Yeah.
that's what it takes in this world. You got to go after it.
Yeah, you do. And, that was the one thing that I really didn't know what to expect from a 12-year-old that was cooking steak, right? I mean, we've got two world champion steak cookers. We've got a points champion, a SCA points champion, a points champion runner up. We've got like some of the absolute state championships galore. And I will tell you right now, I would put Ray's steak up against any of those any day of the week. I mean, it was that good. And she was doing things with the rub, and I was like, "Why are you doing this?" And she said, "Well, I do this one thing with this rub." And I was like, "Well, why do you do that?" She said, "Well, it helps with my grill marks and gives me a more even finish across the top of the steak." And I'm like going, "Man, like she's 12. I wasn't expecting this." So it was really good. I want to pop over real quick and just kind of show everyone. If you haven't had a chance, I'll go over here and share the screen. Give me just 1 second. We're going to get into a little bit more details. And obviously, I want to talk a little bit about everybody else's stuff. So this is on our homepage, BBQ Champs. As soon as you go there, you can scroll down. But this is it. It's 12 videos, 2.5 hours. Man, when I started seeing her accolades, over 20 top 3 finishes in steak, over 30 top 3 finishes in kids Q, over 90 top 10 finishes combined, which that's quite a record considering how old she is. So we went in, and this was well, that's not it. Somehow or another, our stuff has done got swapped around. That's not Ray's stuff. That's somebody else's stuff. Our pictures done got swapped. I've got to find out what's going on. Anyway, I was hoping to be able to show the pictures on the website, and maybe I can go into incognito and it may fix that. It could be still hung up in a cache or something. But I mean, the steak was the biggest thing. We got all the prep work done, and I think the biggest thing I was freaking out about was getting her in front of a grill, because when we're filming, it is one take. We don't have extra steaks. We don't have time to. It's one take. We want this to be as authentic as it can be. And my whole thing is I'm over here sweating bullets that she's going to nail this thing to a perfect medium. And Rae, I want you to kind of talk a little bit about that and how you calm me down like I've got this. So let's hear your take on that.
Hold on, real quick. Can you
Okay.
re-ask the question? Sorry.
Okay. So when we got ready to go outside, I think you could kind of tell I was a little nervous because I was like trying to, like, okay, you know everything, you know what's going on, Ray, because like we're fixing to cook, and you got to nail
Right.
this thing, and I'm asking you questions like, well, I know exactly where I'm going to do it, I know what my flips are going to be, and when she's telling me her flip times, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I hope this is going to be right because it did not sound right, and I'm thinking, okay, and then she just started cooking. So tell us a little bit about that, Ray. Do you remember any of that?
So, sir,
Do you remember how all that went?
He's
A,
asked.
a little
kind
bit,
of,
a
Okay, I
little
was like,
bit.
little
say he's
bit.
asking you about that experience of him being nervous and then you trying to calm him down.
Yeah.
Are you understanding that?
Kind
In
of,
other words,
sorry.
when we got ready to cook, so basically, I'll kind of guide her into it. So I'm saying, when are you gonna flip your steak? What temp you want your grill grates? I wanted to make sure all that stuff was right. Well, I want my grill grates at this
Right.
temperature. I'm gonna flip it at this temperature, and I was like, "You're only gonna go that long?" She said, "Yeah, it'll be perfect." Well, the thing is, we're cooking two steaks. We cooked a 3/4 inch
Right.
ribeye, and then we cooked an inch and probably an eighth ribeye. Two completely different finish temperatures. If you
Yes, they
don't
were.
get it right, you've got to get them both nailed around that 140 temperature range or whatever you're shooting for to get that perfect medium. So I'm worried to death on this first one. We're just going to burn this thing to
Yeah.
death, and it's going to be medium well done. And we go in and she cooks it. And Ray, tell us how that
Yeah.
steak turned out.
It turned out to be just what we wanted, and I wasn't nervous, but I was still kind of nervous because you're filming it, and I already went through my steak got MasterChef not turning out right, so I was like, I gotta make sure this. It's fine. I was kind of like freaking out a little bit, just on to make sure that it didn't have like I didn't want it to turn it out to be like the one at MasterChef. And
Yeah,
I was kind of freaking out about that, but other than that, it turned out just the way we wanted it.
it did. She pulled that steak out. She got it. She set it over. She said, "We're going to rest it." And I kept saying, well, "Can we cut it?" No. You got to wait 5 minutes or 7 minutes. Like, well, hey, Ray,
We
it's been five
gotta wait.
minutes. No. You got to wait 2 more minutes. She would not let me cut into that steak until it rested to the
Down to
time
the
that she
second.
wanted. I mean, it was down. She had the timer on it. And anyway, we cut into that steak, and I mean a 3/4 inch steak. The first one she cooked, it was absolutely perfect. And I said, "Okay, what are you gonna do now? Now you got an inch and an eighth steak." She said, "Well, I'm gonna make this adjustment on my flips, and I'm gonna put it on a riser so it comes up to perfect temperature." And I'm telling you, just like a true champion, I mean that steak, and that's the one that's actually on the website. It was absolutely picture perfect medium, and I was just like, and the flavor of that steak was absolutely amazing. So, and then we did the whole thing with pork chop. It was incredible. Her process, her brine, everything that she did to that pork chop was just amazing. So, Ray, I don't know what else to say, but you're just an excellent chef and you're an excellent cook and you've got an incredible palate.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit now. I mean, I'm doing a lot of talking, just kind of leading into it. But tell me some of your experiences, what you thought about everything, because I want to kind of hear from you.
I thought everything turned out really good, and well, kind of trying to think because I don't.
I'll give
Sorry,
I'll I'll give you a second. You think about it, Jackie. Have you got a chance to
sorry.
cook with her and see how she's done? I mean, at competitions and stuff.
Well, she came with us to a cook-off not too long ago in Concan, and she was right with me. She helped us with cook's choice. We did steaks,
Okay.
of course.
Right.
I showed her my shrimps, and she loved them so much. After we turned in, she ate them for breakfast, cold.
Cold strip for breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she helped me with my dessert, and I got a story for that one.
Right.
But she was right. She was right with me. She was my mini me. She was also the puff cart driver when we turned in our turn-in boxes. So we had a lot of fun. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you cooked with her a lot other than that? I mean, have you been to competitions where she's been at?
We've been at cook-offs, but they're usually at a different site. So
Right.
we don't get to interact with each other.
Right. Vince, what about you? You do a lot of stuff with the kiddos.
Well, yeah, we've done a lot a lot of the JPA events, but she has came to some of the cook-offs. Matter of fact, several years ago, they came to a cook-off, and Waylon, her little brother, was really little. We set up a racetrack inside the trailer, and we just raced cars
All
for
right.
two
There you go.
hours.
Yeah.
You know, they got bored, and so we just said, okay, what we have here, we had some toys, and we set up a little racetrack, and inside the trailer was a little racetrack, and cars were going all over the track, all over the trailer, and we just said, that's what we're going to do this weekend.
There you go.
And she's come a long ways. You know, Jackie's going to start working with her on the barbecue end of it, and that's an excellent choice.
Yeah.
And I'm real eager to see, you know, where she's going to be at next year at this date.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw she's getting into doing some barbecue stuff. Rae, I know you went out and did a barbecue competition here. I think it was a CBA. How did you do in that competition in your first time out, especially in chicken and ribs?
The one in South Padre?
Uh-huh.
That one went good. I got 5th in chicken and I got 13th in ribs. I wasn't really happy about brisket because I got last, but I mean, I'm still working. I know what to tweak on my recipes now, so I'm.
You did it on a different time.
And I did it on a different timeline too. Everybody else was all getting everything set up that night, and I went over there early in the morning and started cooking then. So
Yeah, couldn't get it.
honestly, for what places I got, and then there was like 32 people there, so I
got a
felt
fifth place
good
chicken?
about what places I got. Yes, sir.
Yeah, 5th place chicken, 13th place rib out of 32 at your
And
first
3
adult
perfect scores.
competition. Yeah, that's pretty amazing right there.
3
So,
perfect scores.
And then I
Um,
even got 3 perfect scores in it too. So
wow.
that was even better for me.
Yeah, that's amazing. 12 years old, goes out in an adult competition. So, well, that's a pretty cool deal, you know, and that's the whole thing that I really loved about all of it. Just, I think you can do anything, you know. It's just like, you know, you can tell people, man, you can cook anything. It doesn't matter what it is. Your flavor profiles are amazing. I can tell you got an incredibly good palate, and it shows. I mean, whether it's steak, whether it's pork chops, and now here you are getting into barbecue, and you're going out against the adults, and you're walking. I mean, right off the get go, and that's pretty impressive. So, Vince, I know that you've been really doing a lot of stuff here lately on trying to get better product to cooks. I want to talk real quick about some of your stuff. If you don't know, Vince owns Smoking Wizard Barbecue. You can order his products at smokingwizardbarbecue.com. And if you've never had any of his glazes, which I think it's a sauce, he says it's a glaze. It's kind of a saucy glaze. Let's just put it that way. It is absolutely amazing. If you've never had it, he's got a couple different ones. But he's got also some glazes now for ribs and chicken, whatever you want to put it on. Rae, what was the one thing you said that stuff would go good on when we was in the class?
Sure.
What was the one thing that you said that you could put on in his class? Wasn't it like some kind of cheese or something? Was it cream cheese or something?
That's right. It was the cream cheese and crackers with the original wizard glaze. Chef's kiss.
There you go, right there. And she did that in the class, and she was telling me about it. So, Vince, tell us a little bit about what's been going on, man, because you've been a busy man behind the scenes the last couple years.
We right now we've been pushing the pork, working the pork injection since pork's gotten real popular here in Texas now, and so we've really kind of been pushing that envelope. We have the pork booster, which will be coming out this weekend on the website.
Okay.
We've been testing it for, I would say, close to 8 months. And the first 2 times out, I think it had perfect score the first 2 times out, and I think we had a first the following 3 times after that.
Wow.
It had a 6th place at Houston in the ribs. Jackie still put it on us, and Johnny Dunn tested it for us at Austin. He took a 5th place rib in Austin with it. So it's been doing very well. It did well in Georgia. We ran it up in Georgia a couple weeks ago to test it there, and it's been doing very well. We got a couple rubs that we've been practicing on. Matter of fact, we sent Rae one of the rubs It doesn't really have a name on it, it's just a number because that's how many batches it's taken us to get it there.
Right.
We have a chicken booster coming out. We've been working on for about a year. We ran it for
Okay.
the first time in Georgia. So
Okay.
we work on a lot of different things because you can't sit idle. What's working this time may not work. It's not working next time, and
Right.
you have to. We do about 27 different products,
Right.
and a lot of them are customs. We'll do a lot of customs for cooks that want something different, and we'll work on it and get it to their satisfaction, and that becomes theirs, and it's theirs until they don't want it no more, and
I
then
got
we'll
you.
we'll put it out there for somebody to want. We started a flavor of the month type deal. This past month we was Cinco de Mayo's. We did a margarita glaze, and my favorite is still the honey. We did a honey last month, April. I think it was a honey,
Okay.
and that right there it was just to me it was one of the best I've got on the market. It's not even on the market. It was a 1 day special type deal, but we do a lot of different things, and it's for the cooks because you can't sit idle.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Evan says mixing the glaze with apple cherry for pork. We had Bob Zaney said he just got his package in today, so that's great. Wade
And I
said,
appreciate all the cooks. I mean, the cooks are what makes us drive. It doesn't matter the product. The cooks make all of us work harder. And
Right.
it doesn't really matter. We all take it kind of where we want the cooks to have a great time. Doesn't matter the product line. That we take it as a challenge.
Right. Right. That's awesome. Jackie, have you used any of Vince's stuff?
All the time, all the
Yeah.
time. The sauces and the glazes.
Yeah. Yeah, they're amazing.
And the
no
chicken
doubt.
brine. You can't forget about that chicken brine.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about all the injections. You just talked about pork. So she said you got a chicken injection brine as well.
We have a Chicken Magic came out right at a year ago. It's a brine that you can strain it and inject it. It's done very well. The pork booster, which is the pork injection, like I said, it comes out this weekend on our website. We have a beef one for the briskets, calling it Cattle Punch. It'll probably be out another probably 6 weeks, 8 weeks. We focused on the pork, getting it out first, and then we have a chicken injection that we've been working on for about a year,
Okay.
and we ran it. We ran it in Georgia. We didn't brine because we're doing thighs. We just did the injection,
Mhm.
and to me, it's. I think it's there, but we'll
Okay.
run it for 6 months and test it and tweak it, and we give it to cooks. If a cook wants it, we try to get it to them, but we can't get it to 1,000 cooks, but we try to
Right.
get it to cooks, and we ask for feedback, and some of them give you feedback, some of them don't, and
Right.
that's okay. I understand that.
Right. Right.
Cook doesn't like to change the recipes.
Yeah.
When it's working, it's working, and we ain't changing it. They don't care
Yeah.
if it's free or it doesn't matter.
Right.
They're not gonna change.
Yeah.
So
it's hard to.
we've been really busy.
Yeah.
The sauces or glazes, however you wanna picture it, that's still just that's crazy. You
Right.
know.
Right. Right.
The flavor for the next month is probably gonna be a smoky peach,
Okay.
but we got to tweak it, before it's going to be a 1 day deal, probably 60 bottles, and they usually go within an hour, hour and a half.
Wow.
Everything goes like an hour, hour and a half. But
Okay.
it's a fast hour, hour and a half.
Yeah. Yeah. I
It
bet
gets
it
kind of
is.
crazy, but the flavors of the month usually go pretty quick.
Right.
And I think next month's going to be a smoky peach, and we're
Okay.
thinking about doing a smoky peach with a bourbon flavor in it. So
Oh, that'd be
it
good.
takes a little bit of time to tweak that stuff to the flavors that we like, and I got a lot of cooks that step up to the plate and help me. Richard, he cooks with me a lot. You have Darren that cooks with me a lot, and he put out a lot. And Johnny Dunn would test, and Jen and Tom they test a lot of my stuff. So have a handful of cooks, and I'm sure I missed some people. I'm sorry, guys, but they test it for me and they let me know, hey, it's there, it's not there.
Yeah.
And sometimes the scores, you have to test them in a cook-off, so you gamble.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
test them at home.
Yeah,
So
that's what I like about your product. They're competition proven, and it's not just for a month or so. You usually test this stuff for 6 months to a year before you're going to get it out. So,
correct. And
yeah,
you have to waste a cook-off to try it. You go to a
right,
cook-off and say, I'm testing new stuff. And they say, well, you didn't win. Well, yeah, you're right, I didn't.
right,
Or hey, you did well. And you have to, because you can't get your neighbors to test something for you. You can't get anybody in the house to test it for you, and because they're hungry, they just want to eat.
right,
So
right.
it's all good.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
knows that.
yeah.
Everybody knows
Free
that.
barbecue, there it's always tens. So that's
It's
for
always
sure.
there, and like I said, there's a lot of guys out there. The Texas is full of people who own product companies.
Right,
And we're all taking it as a challenge to where we want to be what the cooks need.
right.
And I tell everybody, and I've said to everybody, use what gets you to the stage.
That's it.
We go to the JPA functions. I don't wear a smoking wizard hat, a shirt. I don't even advertise because I don't want one of the junior kids to say, I need to use your product to win.
Right,
No. And I only have one steak rub out.
right,
And so I don't push any of my stuff because it has sugar in it. And when you're grilling with sugar, you're gambling that you're going to burn something.
right.
So that's where we're at with it. I mean,
Yeah.
we working on several different deals, and I have a lot of good friends that
That's
helped
good.
me along the way,
That's good.
and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
And they're very versatile. Those glazes are versatile. You can use them on chicken,
all of it.
pork,
Now,
ribs,
all
we
of it.
have
choice.
we have a lot of people that are into baking that use them for their cheesecakes to different deals. I had one, and it's the craziest thing, but the Tostitos scoops, their
Yeah,
chips.
the scoops. Yeah,
They fill them with the original glaze, and they have them out at parties,
right.
and they just pick up the scoop and they have it. And I'm like, I don't know, man. It sounds like a sugar rush to me, but I guess that's great.
Well, Ray will tell you it's great on cream cheese and crackers
Now,
Yeah. Yes.
And nachos. And nachos.
and nachos. There you go.
I don't know,
See,
man. The pineapple and the peach on ice cream still has to be the top.
Yeah.
You pour it across your ice cream, and it's you got to go to the doctor, and they put you on all kinds of pills because
Well, Ray and I put it to the test when she was here that there's a place that's about 3 miles from the house. It's called Southern Made Donuts. It is the only donut. It is the only product that Elvis Presley ever endorsed. As a matter of fact, he would have somebody fly down here, get them hot, and fly them back to Memphis. And so when we were doing our class, I think it was Corey Mike's. I think that was the second class we ever filmed. I had hot. I mean, they make them piping hot. I mean, and we'll ask Ray what she thought about them. She only ate like 5 of them. And so Corey made up his sauce, and I ate one of the donuts, and I was like, man, I bet this sauce would be amazing on a donut. And they're all looking at me like, have you lost your mind? So I get it, and I put it on it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys have got to try it. So it's this sweet with this savory, tangy sauces and stuff. So every time that somebody comes through now, we're always, okay, will it pass the donut test? And then Ray came over, and I said, Ray, let's try this thing on a donut. And let me tell you right now, your glaze, your original glaze, is phenomenal on Southern Made Donuts. I'll give you 2 thumbs up. So
It is.
yes,
I had
Ray,
to go buy some.
yeah, Ray, what did you think about the donuts and the sauce on them?
Muy delicioso.
More delicious. That's it. That's it. Well, guys, I'm having a hard time pulling up. Something's going on with the website. I don't know what it is, but if you can see this, and I hope that's pretty good. But that's the steak that she did. I hope it's coming in pretty clear. It was a perfect medium. You get 2 classes. The steak class has, I think, 5 videos. How to select and trim, which rubs to use, how to apply on fire management, how to grill it to perfection. And as she says in the class, I mean perfection. And also then we've got the pork chops. I think there was, 5. I think there's 7 videos in this. Once again, all the way from selection to trimming and the brine, the rubs, the sauce, the way she makes the sauce up, the grilling, boxing, the whole 9 yards. The cool thing is we set this up where you get both classes, and they're only $129. And we wanted to keep it relatively inexpensive. That's way cheaper than even our state classes are $229 just for the state class. You get in both classes here, $129. It's a one-time purchase, so your kiddos can get it. They can watch it over and over and over again where they never miss a thing. And that, to me, is what the valuable part of our classes are. So it's a cheap price, and I promise you, there is a ton of information in there. And just because you think she's a 12-year-old little girl that's not going to be very professionally shot, I can assure you it is absolutely amazing class. So I want to say real quick, if everybody were to go over to BBQ Champs and go to her page and watch her promo video, or if you see it on our Facebook page, I've got grown men and ladies that have been in here that when we get them in front of the camera to do their promo, hey everybody, I'm Rae Barker with Little Gringa, blah, 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 from out of Oakdale or Oakville or Texas or wherever. They can get the first sentence, and from that, they're lost. It's like a deer in a headlight. And we have to literally say a sentence and let them say it. Say a sentence and let them say it. And piece the whole thing together. And I've got an amazing film crew that can put that together. And this was the biggest thing that I was worried about with Rae. Like, I told Clint, I said, I may have to be in the camera with her to kind of maybe help her. And we just kind of talk a little bit about her promo video. And I said, Rae, do you feel comfortable? And she said, well, yeah, I can do it. And I said, okay. So I just sit her down and I told her what I wanted her to say. I said it like 3 times. And she walks off. She comes over here in the corner and she said, all right, I'm ready. And I was like, okay, so you want to she said, well, just let me go ahead and do it. Now I'm telling you, she stands in front of the camera and that's a 1:05-10 video. She did it in one take. And me and Clint and John are looking at each other and our jaws are on the floor. And I'm like going, you have got to be kidding me. I've only had one person and it was Will Collier. Will Collier walked in. He stood in front of that camera. He did one take and it was done. And it was perfect. And Rae did the exact same thing. And there was no way that we thought that would have ever happened. I was blown away. So if you want me to tell you how good this girl is on camera, go watch that and understand that was standing in front of a camera. I told her what to say over on the side, and she came up and she hit every single thing I wanted her to say about that class.
I remember when y'all were like, that was perfect. Y'all were all freaking out. It was funny.
Because trust me, Rae, it normally takes us 30 minutes to shoot the promo video because we have to go sentence by sentence by sentence to piece that together. So anyway, but go check it out. It's bbqchamps.com. Right on the homepage, scroll down to Kids Q, click it. $129, you get both. We don't take any cut out of that class like we do the Pit Masters and State Grill Masters. She's getting 100% of the money. It's going strictly to her to help her with her culinary journey. So I just wanted to get that out. I want to say one other thing too. We're talking about Rae and we've got Rae in the spotlight. But there's another individual, a young man and his team that I want to give some props to. And if you would, please don't go nowhere. Bear with us because I want to talk about this young man right here who has been a huge supporter of BBQ Champs. Not only Brody, but his dad as well. And I know Bo's on here. Brody and his team just went out this weekend, had a 24th place chicken, a 4th place rib, a 2nd place brisket. And they are the Texas State champions. And if I understand this correctly, they are moving on to the Nationals. So I want to give a huge prop to Brody and the entire team that cooked and won the Texas State champion this year. He gave us a huge shout out. Thank you so much, Brody, for what you've done and all the shout outs. Not only Brody, but Bo as well. Thank you so much. We wish you all the best. And here was the buckle. Here was the entire team. And there's the trophy. And it is absolutely awesome to see something like this happen. It could not have happened to a better guy, a better group of kids. I mean, all of them in Texas are deserving. but he's put the time and effort into it as well. And I tell you right now, I hope that they do absolutely amazing at the national. So
Yes.
It's almost
yeah,
like we're the old people, and this is the new
yeah,
crowd coming in.
Well,
yeah,
you know, and I was thinking the same thing a few years back. We were worried that the sport was going to die because it was just old people with nobody coming up.
yeah,
And now you start looking at this, and you know, you have Bo who took time out of his cook-offs to help the high school team and help Brody and the teammates. But you have cooks like that all across the country right now that are helping all the high school teams that are all competing. And hats off to Brody and Bo. Hats off to all the teams in Texas that competed, and
hmm,
all the teams across the country that are competing. It's grown, and the kids now. We sat back and look at Ray, and we look at Brody, and we looked at some of these other kids. They're all good cooks,
yeah,
and they're going to become better cooks because of the videos, because of classes, because of the internet. Something that we didn't have coming up. Because I'm a lot older than most of these people, we didn't have the internet to
yeah,
learn from.
yeah,
So these kids nowadays are going to be better than us at a lot early age.
right,
And if you don't believe me, just look.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, her steak can hold up with anybody. Brody's
Hun-
steak can hold up with anybody.
yeah,
There's a handful of kids cooking JPA right now that their steaks can hold up to.
yeah,
And you know, we teach these kids to cook.
mm-hmm,
All we want them to do is have fun and cook, and they take it to the next level.
yeah.
And
They don't,
briskets will take a little bit. All this takes us a little bit of time.
yep,
Even we go out there and still have a low score chicken or brisket or rib. They're going to have the same thing because everybody's good.
oh
And
yeah,
everybody can't have a first place brisket.
right,
Only one person can have that. And
yeah,
somebody has to have the last place brisket.
right, right,
I mean, it is what it is.
yeah, it
You know,
is. But just like
uh,
you said, I mean, the kids are, I mean, you think about it, you got Ray, you got Brody, you got Cruz, you've got Reed. Can you imagine? I mean, all I know is I'm hoping that by the time they're on up there around another 6, 8 years, I'm hoping by then Mike's retiring. So because
well,
all the kids that I know, and we got a lot of them watching, and I mean, even Brody said, I want to thank BBQ Champs. Me and the boys have been watching your videos all year, trying to make our cooking amazing, and it's worked. I don't want to say that anyone should. It's working. I do want to say that everyone should watch BBQ Champ Academy. This was what Brody had posted in his deal, and and he's watched a lot of state classes as well.
it's
And
knowledge,
it's
you know.
it's knowledge, and it's on a platform that they can understand because they're used to videos. That's all they do. They watch videos, right?
It,
And they can learn and they can absorb. Their minds are like, man, that's like a sponge. I've got this. Hold my Dr. Pepper. So
you know, Ray, she was cooking with me at Houston. Circle DA Cookers is our team in Houston. She was doing it, and she had reserve grand champion 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I believe it was.
mm-hmm.
Then she missed a year because she was filming for the network,
Master Chef, right?
so she didn't get to cook that year. And this year, she's going to move over and start cooking with Jackie.
Yeah,
And that's the next step she needs to take, and Jackie needs to take her to the next level. You
yeah,
know, and I'm all for it. You know, she
right.
was upset at first, and I was going to be upset, and I'm like, man, take the next ladder.
Yeah,
You know, roll with it.
that's right.
Tim and Jackie can teach her a lot, and that's the next level that needs to go.
Yeah,
And we're going to miss her on Circle DA Cookers, but we're also going to be pushing her at the next level.
oh
You
yeah,
know? So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Jackie, tell me what you think about
We're excited to have. So Rae, like Finn said, Ray's going to be with us at the Pitmaker tent. She'll be helping me with my ribs, and and of course she'll be doing the kids cook as well.
Is this
So
gonna be is this gonna be at Houston?
this is going to be a Houston rodeo for this next year.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
You're always welcome to come to any of my cook-offs.
yeah,
I also tell her though, 12 is a fragile age, so we don't have to go 200 miles an hour. we could go 100 miles an hour. Oh, and it's not just about barbecue. Like, if she wants to do other things like art and whatnot, take a time out. Take a weekend off. You don't have to practice every weekend.
Right.
Because you can get in your head real easily. I know I do. Sometimes I'm having dreams and nightmares about a turn in time. So
Ray
you guys,
had that with the brisket. I think that's behind her now. It'll never happen again. I promise you. So
you got to find a balance
yeah,
in life. Yeah.
yeah.
When I was 12, I remember when I was 12, I remember eating SpaghettiOs, watching Scooby Doo.
Right, right.
You know, I wasn't out at a cook-off doing steak.
Yeah, exactly.
So, she's phenomenal. We love her to death.
Yeah, no
And
doubt.
we support her with anything she does. And we do have plans to do other things besides barbecue.
Right. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That's great.
Go ahead,
You
Ray.
know,
I did want to say real quick that I am going to start playing basketball whenever I'm not cooking.
There
So,
you go.
Yay!
There
We're
you
talking
go.
about
That's good.
that.
That's
Yay!
good. And, I
That's
mean, she
good.
has Rae has a big following, and Alton's been there since day one, also, and actually, I even think Dan. I think he's in the. I think you said he was in the crowd out there,
Yep, he was.
and you know he's been around since she started, also. You
Yeah.
know, there's a lot of people who watch and support and cheer and clap, and you know we say we're a barbecue family, but the family is even goes all the way down to the
Oh,
young
yeah.
kids too.
They
And
are the future of our barbecue, no doubt.
yeah, we
No
don't
doubt.
want to have to like the pit. Let them like the pit.
Yeah,
Don't tell them when it's wrong.
that's right.
You know,
That's right.
no,
You got-
that's wrong. You don't do like that. And they're gonna say why, and you say, well, because I did that before and it messed it up. And don't do it again. You know.
Right, right.
But I mean, there's a lot of people that have supported the kids, and they're going to continue supporting the kids, and they're going to get older, and they're going to be younger kids, and then they're going to start following. I think the cooking world has taken a big leap over the last 10 years.
Yeah,
You know, and I said that earlier, and you're right. In Texas, there's a lot of young kids that can cook very well.
oh yeah.
And even across the nation.
Yeah.
We just, if you really start looking and start talking to people, and I talk to a lot of cooks every day.
Right.
And, and I hear about all the high school teams. We support quite a few high school teams. I send product all over.
Right.
And
right.
some of them win, some of them don't. Not all of them can win.
Not everybody
And
can
not
win.
all of them want to listen to adults. They want to figure things out themselves.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. And, if as long as we want to be a mentor to them and they want to learn, then we're there. Any cook will teach. Any cook will teach somebody how to cook. They want to learn.
That's it.
I don't know anybody that'll say, "No, I'm not going to teach you."
Yeah. Johnny
Yeah,
says when he grows up, he wants to barbecue too. And what did Dan say? This old man is going to get Ray's class. I'm excited. I'm telling you, it's a good one. So,
Well, thank you, Dan, for being by our side for all these years too.
Absolutely.
yes, thank you.
Ray, I've got a quick question for you, and then we're going to get ready to close out. And don't leave, because we got our 20 championship backyard barbecue classes that we're fixing to give away here at the end of the show. Ray, what is the dream at the end? When you graduate and you're 18 years old, what do you want to do? What would be your ultimate dream?
Thank you for asking, because I actually want to own multiple restaurants, and I want one to be a family 80s themed restaurant, one to
love
be
it.
a really, really fancy restaurant, and then have my own barbecue restaurant. And I want my fancy restaurant to have 5 Michelin stars.
Well, there you have it. Do you think she's got big ambitions? Not 1, not 2, but she wants 3 restaurants. Hey, but
Well,
you think say
I
that
only
again?
have 3 right now, but I want to have way more than just 3.
Wow. Big ambitions. Dream big, girl. Get all you can. I mean, you think about it. You look at some of the big chefs that's on, the Food Network, like Brooke Williamson and all these, and Manette and all those. Man, they got multiple restaurants themselves. They've opened up 20 restaurants and stuff. So That's absolutely amazing. Ray is not only a great cook, but also an outstanding young lady. 100%, Johnny. I'll agree
Thank
with you.
y'all.
Well, I tell you what, Ray, I'm so excited that you came back on. Thank you, Jackie, and thank you, Vince, for being on here. I know she wanted you were a big part of her journey in the whole steak and kids Q stuff, and she's an amazing cook. Her steaks and pork chops are absolutely some of the best that I've ever had. I'm not just saying that. I promise you, when you cook it and do it the way that she did, as she said, it'll be to perfection. And it is. So everything that she does is very, very, very detail oriented. And I was just absolutely blown away. And we could not have picked a better person to do our first Kids Q. When I first launched BBQ Champs on June the 28th, 2019, I really wanted to have a Kids Q right off the get go, but I just didn't. I mean, it was new, and how do I get somebody? And I didn't know. And it's taken a while. We've been watching over the years, and I just have to find that person that can get in front of a camera and not act like a kid, because we're trying to. I don't need ADD, and we're trying to get them corralled up to get something filmed. But this young lady right here was seasoned, and I'm excited to have her as our first Kids Q person. So Ray, thank you so much to be part of BBQ Champs.
You're welcome. Thank y'all. And I love y'all so, so much.
There you go. Vince, I'm going to give you a real quick. Anybody you want to thank, brother? And we're going to get to our giveaway class.
Man, I want to thank all the barbecue family. I mean, I can't tell everybody. I can't even thank everybody who's helped me along the way, and I'll miss half the people. So let's just leave it like that. Even Jackie. I mean, all of them. Everybody's helped me, and
Yep.
I can't pinpoint one person. All the way down to little Rae. She's even helped me. I've learned from her.
Yep.
It's a barbecue world that we all support each other, and I want to thank
100%.
everybody out there who's done that for me.
Yeah. Well, Vince, nothing but success for all of your rubs, your injections, your glazes, everything that you've got. If you want any of his product, you can get it at smokingwizardbbq.com. Smokingwizardbbq.com. Go check it out. He's got a great web page. It's got everything there, and he's got some amazing rubs as well. I was looking at them and all the ingredients, and they look like they're pretty nice. Jackie, real quick, what have you got, sweetie?
Oh, I just want to say I am beyond blessed to help Rae with her journey. I've known her for the past, 6-7 years? She was with me from when I first started.
Right.
And I also want to thank her parents, Sarah and Wade. They do a phenomenal job, and they trust me with Rae, which, it's hard to, this is your child. You can't just go off to a cook-off with someone's child. So thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Wade. Thank you, Rae. We love you guys. And of course, Alton Paris.
Yes.
I wouldn't be barbecuing. Without Alton, there is no Jackie. There is no Team Milligan. Even with my husband, Tim. Yeah, those are the most important supporters of Trail.
I tried hard to get Alton on. I really did. I called a couple times, back and forth, missed. One day he said, "I'll try to get back with you." And so he's the gringo.
He's the real chupacabra.
Yeah, he's the real
He is
chupacabra.
that elusive, mystical creature.
That's it.
He's there.
He's there somewhere.
He's there.
He's there somewhere, but
He's there.
could not get him. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, let me get my trivia question that I had kind of lined up for tonight. And I'm going to ask this question. And the first person that gets it right gets our 20 championship backyard barbecue classes. And Rae, I don't know if I have put those in your account. I know we got your classes in, but I'm going to give you those as well because it is some absolutely amazing dishes in there, from French rack of lamb to bacon wrapped pork tenderloin stuffed with cream cheese and jalapeno peppers or pineapple habanero jellies. It's amazing. So
That's cool.
I'm going to get those in there just to continue to help you with your journey. So let me get to my question here.
Thank you.
And I want to make sure I get it worded correctly. So hold on one second. Bear with me. Don't run off. First person that gets this right. And I can't find my question. Yeah. So what is America's most popular grilling slash smoking holiday? What is America's most popular grilling slash smoking holiday? First person that gets it right gets our 20 championship backyard recipes. What holiday? There we go. Okay, I'm going to skip Sarah because I'm already going to give it. We already got a winner, so nobody ever has to say anything else. Sarah, you're banned. You're out. You're already getting the
Sorry, Mom,
classes.
you're out of the
You're
thing.
out. All right, so the first person that I see was Sarah. She put the 4th of July. The next one I see was Memorial Day. Okay, so the next one was the 4th, Home Grill Advantage. So I don't know the name with who this is. So here's what I need you to do, Home Grill Advantage. I need you to email me at bbqchampions@gmail.com. bbqchampions, @gmail.com. I need your first and last name. And I
Hi.
need your
Hi.
hey, what's going on? I need your first and last name. I'll have your email address, and I will set the classes up in your account. If you've got an account with us, let me know. If you've never bought nothing from us before, I'll create an account and add it to you. So I need you to email me. I just dropped it in the chat, bbqchampions@gmail.com. I need your first and last name. I'll have your email. If you've already got an account, let me know. If not, I'll create the account. You'll get our 20 championship backyard barbecue classes, and you'll get them for 30 days. I hope everybody's enjoyed our show. Rae, thank you once again. Jackie, Vince, we appreciate y'all being with us. I hope everybody's enjoyed our show. Don't forget, be with us next Tuesday, 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. If you liked our Chicken Academy that we had last year bringing in the world champs, I got a feeling we have another young lady that may be back with us again next week. Maybe I can coerce her in if I can't find anybody else. So, and if Jackie, and if you'd like to be on that show, I'd love to have you. I know you're a world champion in the rib cook. So I've got a few people in mind, and we're going to have a great show next week. We're going to be talking about all things ribs. So, and Jackie, I do need to have you on if you can do it. So anyway, I hope everybody's enjoyed it. Y'all have a great week. And as we always close out our classes, y'all go out there, have a lot of